Hey guys, welcome back. This is Heather Hope Reed. I thought about something the other day. On YouTube and wherever, people come up with names for their listeners. I'm going to say listeners or viewers, fans, followers, whatever you want to call them, subscribers. And something came to me the other day of what I could say instead of saying, hey guys, or hi guys. That's just how I talk. I wanted to start calling all of you powerful creators. So that's what I'm going to start calling you. I have to remember that. So good morning, powerful creator that you are. I want you to remember that you are completely, utterly powerful. You create your own reality. So welcome back to the Inspired Entrepreneur podcast. Happy Monday. I'm going to jump right in and because I wasn't quite sure. So, of course, I get my podcast stuff, my topics from my book, The Inspired Entrepreneur. It's 366 days of inspiration, meaning law of attraction basically for your business. Money, business, life, love, that stuff too. So I was flipping around. I usually start with the day that it's going to be released. And if that doesn't sound good, then I just flip around until something does feel inspiring to talk about. So then nothing really did. So I closed the book and I closed my eyes. I had the book in my hands, kind of like in between my hands, like I'm like a prayer. I wasn't praying, but I said, universe, show me what people need to hear. Show me what I can talk about on this episode. So when I felt like it, I just flipped right through the pages, eyes closed, and I flipped to a page. And I read it. I'm like, okay, let's talk about this because I have some things to say about this. It's a quote. So let's get to it. It's August 11th. If you have my book, awesome. If you don't, you can get it on Amazon. The link is in the description, most likely. Excuse me. So it is August 11th in the book. Okay. It's a quote from Sanaya Roman. Now, I've always said her name as Sanaya, and I really like it that way, but Sanaya Roman. It's Sanaya because I've heard her say it numerous times, like tons of times. So I'm like, okay, Sanaya, which doesn't sound right to me, but okay, I'm working on it. If you don't know Sanaya Roman, holy smokes, hold on to your pants because she is, like, I can't wait to meet her one day. Because she is an epic channeler. She's been around as long as Esther Hicks has. She channels the entity, the energy of Orin, O-R-I-N. And really, they're not talked about very often at all. She's not as public at all, like Esther, not as well known as Abraham or Esther or Jerry, any of them. And I wish she was. And I would love to, gosh, if I did interviews on this podcast, I would interview her. That sounds interesting. That just popped in my head. Because I'd like to know. She's got 6 books that she's written. You can find them on Amazon. I have all 6. I'm telling you, she is, if it wasn't for Abraham, how amazing Abraham has been in my life, I would say Sanaya and Oren are my absolute hands down favorite people or channelers, whatever you want to call them. Energy, the books that I've read. Let me go ahead. So go buy all her books, so the one book that I really highly recommend is where this quote came from. It's called Creating Money. And I call it the Bible on manifesting money. I believe Oren and Sanaya go deeper than Abraham and Esther, just like Daryl Anka and Bashar. Daryl is the channeler for Bashar. Daryl must have a really big vocabulary and big, a lot of knowledge, lots of stuff in his brain, and so he can go deeper. The Bashar goes deeper. So every channeler is different based on what their perspective or their vocabulary, their knowledge. So I'm totally going to channel one day. I know it's coming because I know my books are written channeled, but not like channeled like Esther or Sanaya are. They're fully channeled. But I know it's coming because I find it super cool. Okay, so this is from the book Creating Money. Like literally go after this podcast, go buy the book. I'm telling you. A lot of stuff from my book came from her book. A lot of quotes, just direct quotes mostly, and some inspired messages, but she's very helpful. Here's the quote. When money is not flowing, it may be time to start new activities that you have been wanting to do. Look for things you can do that will bring you joy, aliveness, and energy, and start doing them. As you do, you will start your energy moving and create a flow of money. So it's like taking your mind off of whatever's on your mind, like stress. Apparently a lot of people live with stress. I know I used to. I was kind of thinking about that today. A little bit of how I used to live, and like just night and day, complete night and day of how I live now. And I just can't believe how I used to live. And it's not as bad as a lot of other people, but you know, knowing what I know now is just the highest of importance to focus on being happy, focus on the good, focusing on positive thoughts, focusing on all things positive, and letting go of any worry, any stress, because knowing that worrying is just attracting what you don't want into your experience. And it just creates such a rocky experience. And it's just so unnecessary. And most people don't understand that. And it's like, it's like the biggest problem of the world is people don't understand how they're creating their own reality by their own thoughts and emotions. So, okay, let me tell you. So finding fun activities, getting your mind off of stress or worry, and getting your mind off of all of that, and really, what are the things that you would love to do right now? Or, if there's hobbies that you've been wanting to pursue, go check it out. Go see what it takes. Go get something. I remember I do take breaks every several months probably, where I feel a little burned out or lost or something. And I've got coloring books, like the adult coloring books, and markers and word searches and stuff like that. And I will sit in front of the TV or, watching biographies of successful people or so, or just comedies, and just color for a while. Just like if I'm feeling stressed or bored or uninspired, like I said, it happens every several months, I think. It doesn't happen very often. But when it does, it's there, and I allow myself that time. I mean, it could be daily for an hour or two doing that. And I'll take more naps. I will sleep a lot more. I will just take that break with knowing that if I do this, I will come back. I will bounce back. So so it helps. So finding things that are fun. Like I take breaks throughout the day, and I'll go take a drive. I will go check out the sunset. I will go to Goodwill and find cool books to read. I will do whatever I, feel like doing, because I know if I leave my office, I will become more inspired, and then I'll want to come back and do more stuff. Okay. So let me tell you about Sanaya a little bit more. So she writes books. I don't think she's written anything in a long time. I have no idea. But she has an extensive website. You got to check it out. If you're into guided meditation, which I do love. Now, I do meditation, but I do guided as well. I used to record guided meditations, that sort of thing. But if you like guided meditations, you got to go over to her website. I have been listening to several of her meditations like daily, and I listen to them throughout my sleep. Like I will wake up and hear it, and I will, I just have it on repeat, and I sleep really well. And I have felt such a change since I've consistently been listening to a variety of her meditations, like a big difference in the last couple of months, like more and more and more and more and more. So she's got single meditations on all kinds of topics. And I've picked out, I think I have like 20 or it's 20, at least 20 of her meditations. Most of them are like $7 a piece. So it's usually like when something comes up that I want even more help with, I will go to her website and look for a meditation that will help me in that. And then I'll buy it. Like I'll buy like 2 or 3 every month now, or every couple of weeks, and then focus on that. And then, get better in that area. So it's been really cool. The last one I purchased a few days ago was Taking a Quantum Leap. And I got to tell you, I've been listening to it for the last several days and overnight. And it's about speeding up time and taking more, making more changes and kind of speeding up time, collapsing time, that sort of thing. And, making more changes quicker. And I have felt such a shift in the last few days since I've started listening to that one. And it's just incredible. Each meditation, they're channeled meditations from Oren, and I highly recommend these. They are incredible. So go check it out. Her website, let me see what the website is. I mean, you can do a simple Google search for Sanaya Roman, but her website is, I think it's Oren and Deban. No, Oren Deban. Deben. That sounds weird, but there's another channeled entity called Deben, D-A-B-E-N. I can't talk. I think it's another channeler that she works with. I never got that far. I just stick with Sanaya and Oren. But so it's ORINDABEN.com. So she kind of partners with Dwayne Packer. I don't know the story about any of that, but you can click on that. I'm looking at the website now, and she's got different courses, she's got her books on there. She's got her all kinds of, I don't know. My first thing that I found on there, it was just this total moment of finding it. It was back in April when I wanted to start writing my book on depression, or writing a book. I didn't know what I was going to write about, but I wanted to write something. So I just happened to glance in the back of her book, and it was all this information about her website, like pages of different things. So I went on her website and I found she has a four meditations called Becoming a Writer. And so it's like a course, she calls them. And I think it's like $29 for these 4 meditations, and they are insanely incredible. And when I actually listen, because a lot of times I will fall asleep to them and then wake up at the end. But if I later on listen to what it actually says, I'm like, oh, wow. I will realize that came about. Like what she said, I heard. I'm not going to, I heard it at some point because I started doing that, or I got that insight or that realization. I remember one of them, it said, I just heard it like last week, consciously heard it. And I was like, oh, wow. It was one of the Becoming a Writer ones. And it was like that I was going to get the idea for my book soon, like in the next couple of weeks. And I did. I got the idea for my book. It totally guided me to start writing my book. It was pretty incredible. Just without effort, just automatically within, whatever amount of time, I just started doing the things that these recordings, these meditations were guiding me to do. And it's just incredible. I mean, it's just, these are really good. Can't stress it enough, obviously. I can share some of the ones that I have. Let me log in, and so I've got a lot. She does have the creating money series. It's 8 meditations. That was like $50. So that's like the most I spent at one time. And they were really good. They just cover so many things. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 20. I have 20 of her meditations. So I have public recognition. It's all about, really stepping up, and it's really detailed. It's really incredible. Becoming a writer, 4-part series. I'm looking to see what they're entitled. First one is I am a writer. It's really stepping into that role, that identity of a writer. Second one is manifesting your writing. Third one is loving to write, and the last one is connecting with your audience. It's really good. Next one I did was feeling energetic. Just having more energy, right? Another one, learning to concentrate. I did that one today. Again, it's been a while, and that was really helpful. I have one on body beautiful, really sculpting. It's like sculpting your body and your mind. It's pretty cool. I just said yesterday that I want to listen to that like 3 times a week to work on that area of my life. Another one I have is unlimited thinking. That's pretty cool. And then of course the creating money set has 8. I'm recommending these. I don't make any money by doing this. I wish I did, because I would be promoting her stuff like crazy because it's so good. Let's see. Of the creating money, magnetizing yourself is the first one. That one's really cool. The very first one's really cool. It's about magnetizing like a certain amount of money, a certain amount of income each month. It's pretty cool. Second one is success. Third one, clearing beliefs in old programs. Fourth is about abundance. Fifth is aura clearing, energy and light work. Next one is awakening your prosperity self. 7th one is releasing doubts and fears. And the last one is linking with your soul and the guides. All really good. And then I have one on feeling inner peace. I was feeling pretty stressed for a little while, like anxiety over something. And I listened to this daily, and it just instantly just made me feel good. Just instantly listening to it. The first few minutes, it's just like, oh, yes, got it. Next one, being happy. And then the one I just bought 3 days ago, taking a quantum leap. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I know that I just did a sales job for Sanea Roman. Yeah, there you go. So find something fun to do. She says, when money is not flowing, it may be time to start new activities that you have been wanting to do. Just, breaking that energy, taking your mind off of what's going on. If the money's not flowing, it's just releasing that resistance, right? That's all everything's about, like focusing on feeling better and, doing things that are fun. Like, you're here to have fun, right? That's what Abraham tells us. We're here to have fun. We were non-physical, like larger part of us is non-physical still. And we wanted to come here to play. This is the place to play. This physical world with all the stuff here that we have and all the cool, like all the stuff. This is the time that we came to play. So let's go play. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Happy Monday. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I will be back, I think, Wednesday. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye.